All right, welcome back, my dear students. So I was thinking here that we already know how to do a couple things with this application, but I wanted to actually show you a little more, like I always try to do in all my courses, give you guys the best value for your money and time. So in this lecture here, or the following lectures, I'm going to show you how to respond back to a cell phone from your application, right? So if you send a message to that person, or a verification code or whatever, if they reply with their cell phone to your application, I'm going to show you a way that you can respond back or do something with your application when you get that response from that particular cell phone. All right. So first of all, I am in the reply.php page right here. So let's just do that. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna actually tell the header for my PHP server what kind of content I want to view on this particular file. So I'm going to set the content type to text and XML. All right, because that's what we're gonna have here. And then I'm gonna echo out the document. I'm going to echo out, this is going to be XML, and the version is going to be, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a quick way that you can get this right the first time you try it. Alright, so let's go here and you can say reply Twilio message, and it should be somewhere here. Let's see. There we go. All right, so you can use this if you like. All right, they had another one. Let's see if I can find it for you real quick. I think it's this one here. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna copy this real quick so that way you guys can, and I found it like this. All right, we just type in this in and it's right here. This way you guys have a for sure way of making this work without mistakes. All right, so basically I was really close to what I was creating. That was really close. Okay, cool. All right, so you can also see that we can send a response, and let me just write it from scratch. Response. We have a response tag here, and we can also specify a SMS message here, and let's just close it. And here you can write whatever you want. All right, hi, that would be the text there. All right, cool. All right, but we're gonna actually I want to show you a way to actually be a little bit creative with this response here, because let's say the user types in a reply. All they gotta get back, and they type a reply to this page right here in our server, reply.php. But we're gonna set this up so that way every time they get a text from our cell phone number, when they click reply, it's gonna go straight to this reply.php page, right? When they reply to the message coming from us. All right, but anyway, you don't want to always say hi to the user, right? You can do other things. You don't have to respond back. You can go ahead and execute some PHP commands. Let me just show you. So let's say, for example, that I want to check who's calling, and I want to do something based on the person that's calling, right? So I'm going to create an array here real quick, and it's going to be an associative array. And if I got my equal symbol, that would be nice. All right, so let's say, for example, this person is calling me from this phone number here, and that would be a key, and this would be the name. So I don't know, Maria, she's always in my courses, and Santiago, I don't know if I ever use that last name, but anyway, I'm gonna create a couple of these here. Oops, I had this little space here. Let's do it again. All right, I'm not gonna play around with it too much. I'm just gonna. All right, so let me just change a couple things here real quick. Area code maybe, just to make it different. All right, and let's call this guy Jose, and this guy just have a John here, right? Too many Spanish family members. John Doe and Manuel. Let's have some Peter here too, right? Peter. All right, cool. That's enough. Actually, let's have one more. Why? Because I want to include myself here because I want to show you a demonstration later. All right, and I'm going to be typing in my server number, which I don't remember. I think it's this one here. 1210. So 539-777. This is my Google Voice number for this account. So of course, guys, I'm gonna disconnect that because I don't want thousands of you calling me and I would not be able to answer the phone. All right, so let's say, for example, right here we're gonna create some dynamic variables, right? Well, not really. What we can do here is we can say if not name. I was gonna run this through a loop and then create some variables for each key, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow the documentation, and I believe this is the way. I'm almost certain that this is the way, guys. All right, and we are going to detect a request. Actually, I'm doing this from the top of my head, and I got so many different APIs that I know, guys, that is hard to keep up with all of them, but I'm pretty confident that this is the way. So if for some reason this guy is not right, remember we're gonna get a request, all right, key called from, all right, and what we're saying here is basically if the name that we're getting from here, which is the cell phone, all right, it's not the same as this name. Basically this name here, and let me just put the little $sign, this variable is the same as this right here. So if you cannot find the name here, the correct, if somebody calls and they're not named Maria, Santiago, Jose, Peter, Williams, or Edwin Diaz, if they don't have this phone number, all right, then we will do something about it. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna say this person is nobody because we don't know them, right? But if we know the person, then we're gonna respond to it, right? And that's why we got this little response right here. So we can say something. Let's actually put some PHP tags so you can see that we can put a PHP tags anywhere. All right, cool. So we're just gonna echo out, and we're gonna say hi. We're gonna concatenate something here, like maybe the name of that person, and we're gonna say how are you? Thanks for calling. Okay, super simple, guys. All right, so just a little recap here. If you already know what I'm doing here, you can skip to the next video, but for those of you that don't understand, let me just recap a little bit. So we are setting the header here in PHP in the server. We're telling it, hey, listen, what we're going to be getting in this file is that we're going to get some text and XML, so get ready for it. Then we're going to echo that document out, right? This is the header. We're echoing it out. Then we create an array with an associative array with a key as a phone number and with the value as the name. And right here we're saying, listen, if it's this name, which is this whole thing, could be this whole thing here, it detects it by phone number, and then it detects it by name. So if the name is not equal to what we are getting from the cell phone, which is this request right here called from, right? Then I want you to get that variable and override it to this nobody. All right? So here in the response, when we respond back to the cell phone person, the user, we're gonna say hi. If we don't recognize that number, if it's not here, then we're gonna say hi nobody, how are you, thanks for calling. But if we recognize this, if this request is true and we find him here, then we're gonna say, let's say for example I call from this number, and of course my name is Edwin Diaz. It's gonna say, hi Edwin Diaz, how are you, thanks for calling. So that's what it's gonna do. That's what it's gonna do when we set it up. All right, but we got the first code here working. On the next lecture we're gonna make this work, and it's gonna be pretty fun. All right, so get ready for it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.